And now I'm really happy to welcome Cazembe, who will share his story with us. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me. So I'm Cazembe. I am a Black, trans, Southern, kind of working class, non-binary community organizer. And with all of those identities and being deeply involved in the movement for social justice in this country and having had an abortion, I still didn't know that I, as a trans person, that it was relevant for me to speak up or to be a part of reproductive justice conversations, because you often don't hear about the people who don't identify as women, which is the reason that I'm here today. My junior year in college, I was sexually assaulted by 4 cis men. The result ended in an unwanted pregnancy. I found out I was pregnant when I was home on spring break 17 years ago. And I had been to the Planned Parenthood that was around the corner getting free condoms and stuff, and so I knew where it was. The act of getting the abortion itself wasn't the hard part for me. The hardest part was walking through the line of protesters telling me that I was sinning against God. I was going to hell. I was raised Baptist. So those things were really concerning to me, especially as a queer person in the 90s. There was always a lot of people telling me how I was going to hell anyway. And so I can still see those people. I can still hear those voices. The people inside the clinic, though, there were a lot of questions about if I was there to support someone else versus them trying to actually help me have the abortion. They were very helpful, though. They referred me to a rape counselor center that probably saved my life, because I was in the middle of a deep depression. And it just was not helpful to have other people saying that this decision that I had taken a long time to make was going to send me to hell. The abortion was $300, and I was a working class college student, and so I didn't have a lot of money. I took out a high interest payday loan that took way longer to pay it off in order to get the abortion. I didn't have I didn't know about abortion funds or have people who were supportive enough to take with me to help me through the process. And so I think that's one of the main reasons why I continue to tell my story, because I know there has to be lots of other transmasculine folks, non-binary people, and what I mean by that is just people who don't really fit or understand themselves as women or men. And so we get left out of a lot of conversations that have to do with reproductive health. And, I think another thing that is just really important that I wanted to say is that Roe v. Wade did give us abortion access, but we don't have reproductive justice, and we don't have access for everyone. Not just people who are in detention centers, but people who don't have money, who don't have jobs, who have to go to different towns, who can't take off of work. And so I think it's very imperative for us to kind of think of our abortion access in a collective way. If it's not available to all of us, then we have to keep fighting for it until it is.
Right on.
Exactly. Thank you so much for coming, Cazembe, and sharing your story. Really appreciate that.